one. Ahoy Maloy, folks. Welcome to the 5 star. That's it. It's just a 5 star because we're missing West Philly AJ, who was our frog pod. We're missing him. He's missing in action, folks, and we're just doing this thing live, fresh after Raw. Dashy, Dashy's above me. That's Dashy right there. I'm the guy in the middle. I'm
Yep.
Decipher, and let's just talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Dashy, what did you think
Let's
about
talk
tonight's
about it.
Raw? WWE Raw.
Oh man, it. Oh damn! Accidentally muted myself. That's my bad. I'm pretty sure it was a good show. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm pretty sure it was a good show. You had some wrestlers wrestling. Some commentators commenting. So it was a good show, right? Cypher?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So the opening was
Cypher.
really good. We had
Yeah, he
a
know damn well I
rush
didn't watch Raw.
job. No problem, folks. Just so you know, he's making jokes because he didn't watch Raw. I got you. We had a nice little rush job to get towards War Games. Everybody blames Crown Jewel for that rush job. Basically, what I mean by that is they didn't really build up a Liv Nia faction, Liv Nia Raquel Tiffy faction. Who else do they have? Liv Nia Raquel Tiffy Candice faction. Because right now, Liv and Nia were supposed to be beef and they ops with each other. But I liked how they touched on it a little bit this episode. Nia came out and said, I don't like you, but I don't hate you. So I'm going to just do this. But I don't like you. But she was like, them black girls, I can't stand they asses. Then they came out along with EO. And he's like, well, y'all still missing somebody. So I'm about to stroll on y'all. That's what Liv Morgan said. She said, yeah, I ain't from Philly, but I'm near there. I'm near there. And I'm about to roll on you. And that's when all you hear, she's like, counting. It was like, we got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all got 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all missing somebody. Time to beat y'all up. And that's when it's not exactly how I said, obviously. That's when you hear, this is my brutality. And I'm like, yay. I popped. I was like, yeah, crowd pop. Let's go. Let's come back. And Rhea Vader, Darth Rhea came out with the mask on, dressed in all black. She just got on the mic and said, War Games, bitch. Boom. Bloody headbutt.
Wait, time out. She said that?
She just said War Games, not War Games, bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
that
got a
was.
problem with this.
You got a
I
problem
know
with the
you
writing? Go
recapping
ahead. I ain't recapping. That was just the only
because
thing I wanted to talk about.
dog, they it's not even just the women's that they're rushing. They're ruining the men's. The men's war games would have been just fine if it was OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline, but on SmackDown they had Bronson Reed join the Bloodline pretty much for the war games. He beat up damn, who he beat up?
It was
I forgot what the match was. He came out
Jay
d-
Uso,
d-
Jimmy Uso. Probably wasn't that, but it's something like
yeah,
that.
that's it wasn't a match. It was a segment. They were having a brawl, and then Bronson Reed came out of nowhere and started beating up Roman Reigns. That's what happened. And I don't really, yeah, he's Samoan, but he's not a part of the bloodline. Number one. Number two, he's in a feud with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins should not join Team Roman because he was just fighting Roman at WrestleMania. He said he hates Roman. This is Cody Rhodes all over again. I hope Seth doesn't join. I hope they now. This is a fantasy booking like shit. Brock Lesnar, please. I hope Paul Heyman, when he comes back, he says, "Oh, I have someone for you. Matter of fact, I have a beast." And then you hear Brock's music hit, and Brock. Now I know Brock and Roman got their issues, but Brock has been gone for a long time, like over a year almost. Actually, yeah, over a year. So pretty much that's a reset. If Brock come back, everyone's just gonna be happy to see Brock. So he could be a part of that, and he can take down Bronson Reed. Well, Bronson is a big boy. Brock is a bigger boy. So yeah, I mean that would be fine. We don't just know storyline. It still would make more sense than Seth Rollins. That's number one. Number two, back to the women. Rhea was supposed to have a broken orbital bone. Why is she in the War Games match? Not only that, please don't have Bailey and Io Sky join the same damn team after they was just beefing about Io Sky being a fake bitch and turning on Bailey and having that match at WrestleMania. And they didn't even have a second follow-up match. They just moved Io to Raw. So the score is not really settled. This is all just really, really messy. And I don't want to blame War Games for it. I want to blame just not
Crown Jewel. That's
having.
what the Reddit community has been talking about. They say Crown Jewel always gets in the way of messing up the storyline when it comes to that November PLE. Because you got to
I
build
don't even.
towards Crown Jewel, and then you got to try to build towards War Games.
I mean, that can happen with the right writing, but the problem is they don't have enough people built up, enough superstars. Because again, Seth Rollins should not be joining a team with Roman Reigns. That storyline that should be done. That should have been bookended at WrestleMania when he smacked Seth with the chair.
I mean, he is
Also,
saying, storyline wise, he is saying, I don't want to team up with him. He has not agreed to team up with the
but we
Usos
know he
yet.
will.
Oh, yeah,
Just
okay.
like how Cody Rhodes teamed up with him, and that didn't make sense. So now you about to have him and Roman again team up, and then Bailey and Io. They still didn't address their issue. Is
No,
Io a
Bailey not
face
on.
now?
Bailey not in that War Games match.
You sure
Wait,
about
hold
that?
on. Let me see. You got Black Girl Magic. That's two. Io Sky, Naomi, and then the fifth person was Rhea. Yeah, no, Bailey not in that match.
She better not be in that. Well, I guess they had to put Rhea in there so Bailey they wouldn't have that that plot hole, that Bailey and Io plot hole. And Naomi is a
It
part of
doesn't
Black
make
Girl
any sense
Magic.
for Io to be in there because Io should still be mad that Black Girl Magic took their titles. Folks, if you just
That is
watching this
another
show
thing
for the
too.
first time, Black Girl Magic is Jade and Bianca. So I'll put their picture up.
And
Sorry, I'm trying
Naomi,
to be and Naomi. She's part of
put some
the
respect
Holy
on her name.
Trinity. Okay, put some respect in her name. Yeah.
Yeah, she a Black Girl. She Magic. And many times they done stood in the ring doing the same pose together. Yeah, she Black Girl Magic. But I mean, listen, if Bailey is not in this match, that's great. Io, I still don't think. Why is she a face? Why is Io a face? Io
Why
should
is
not be
Bailey a face?
because she got turned on by her or by her group.
Oh yeah, that's true. So then the only reason why Io is a face and damage control is because they got attacked by Pure Fusion Collective. Is that I think it was before they even turned. No, it was when they turned into Pure Fusion Collective. It might have just been Shayna and Zoe, but I'm gonna toss it up to Pure Fusion Collective is what turned them face.
I don't
Kayfabe,
even want to
kayfabe
consider that
wise.
a face turn because PFC is so mid
It's
that
so
they
funny because we
probably.
jumping from topic to topic. I'm trying to pull the pictures up to help with the story. Keep going. I'm just making comments to myself. Pure
I
Fusion.
just hope WWE has, and I'm not going to sit here and say like I could write a better story.
I could.
I probably could.
I could. That's facts.
I probably could too, but I'm gonna leave it up to them. And they've proven me wrong in the past where I thought
What's
they
my
did some stupid
turnaround
stuff.
time?
And
What you
they
think their
fixed it.
turnaround time is? If they only got 24 hours, I probably can't. But that's only
I'm
if
sh-
like if I'm able to lock myself in a room with no distractions. Because right now I got kids, so it's hard to get anything done. But with no kids, no distraction, yeah, I can write your story for you.
I'm sure anything with a production this big, it takes weeks, maybe sometimes months to plan out. But when you're doing live TV, shit switches like on a daily. So I'm pretty sure they have about a week, maybe 6 days to write something that's maybe 5 days to write something cohesive or write something that might make sense, you
All
know?
right, I can get it
Because
done in
when it was
5 days.
Vince would change booking decisions like on the fly. Like he'll wake up the morning of Raw and say, "Oh, you know what? You should lose," or "You know what? You should have this character now." And right, or sometimes I even wake up in the morning right before the show starts. Remember that there was a story soon as they was trying to get him out of here. Triple H was taking over, and as he somehow finagled, this is right before they sold the TKO. Vince finagled his way back into the company and started making changes on the script. Everyone was frustrated. Like he came in, tore the script up. Like I think they said 10 minutes before the show started.
Mm.
So if it was Vince's era, yeah, you would probably have like on a moment to moment basis to get things together. But under this new regime, I'm pretty sure they give them enough time to have things cohesively written out because there's too many intricate parts in each story to just do it week by week. You gotta have these things planned out months in
Yeah, I'd be
advance. So
curious to know how many writers do they have under their employ, and if it's only 6 writers, whew, that's a tough one because it's like 30 superstars on each roster, maybe more. That's just a rough roundabout. So you got 30 students, and you got to draw a story for each of them 30 students for them all to look good because you want to build up everybody just so they can all sell merch. So everybody got to look hot.
everybody, everyone can't look hot.
And you got to build up wins and losses. You can't have one face. You can't like have one side versus the other. You got to balance it out. unless you really giving somebody the push, like Hunter come and say, or Paul Levesque come and say, no, we need Breaker to get the push. But Breaker's pretty good because Breaker, he allowed himself to lose to Jay, so Jay could get his little week or 2 weeks, whatever, with the belt, maybe 28 days. I don't remember how long his reign was, but it was very nice of Breaker because Breaker, I'm sure, was in the middle of a push to be like year-long Intercontinental Champion.
I think Jay was. I think it was 3 weeks. It wasn't a full month. I know that much.
So get that pulled up. Yeah, I don't think
speaking
it was
of
a
Braun
full
Breaker,
month.
he actually had a match finally. He showed up to work. I didn't see the match. I just know what happened from the spoilers I read last week. So good for Braun Breaker deciding that he wanted to continue his career and profession after winning the Intercontinental
This is
Championship.
AJ. Let me get AJ on here. AJ, you on speaker? We live. What's good? You joining?
Yeah, I'm joining now.
He's coming now, folks. All right. Here come AJ.
We got our frog now, guys.
There we go.
We got our frog. We about to be 5-star frog.
But talk about it, Braun Breaker. How you feel about him as Intercontinental Champ?
Shit. I mean, I got no bad things to say about him so far because he just started. And he deserves a championship. I said it the first time, it was a little bit too soon for him to have a championship. I think he could have went on the warpath without a championship to prove that he was worthy to have a championship. But hey, he got it now. He can go on this monster run like he's supposed to, and we can just let it be.
Yeah,
I'm watching this clip finally of the women's War Games match. Not watching it, but just looking at it.
Of the War Game match from last year, or are you talking about the setup to it?
No. The setup, all the girls in the ring.
Oh, yeah. Rhea Ripley just comes down the ramp. War Games. Did I already delete that picture? I did.
Is it really a return if she was here like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's a return.
Never mind, they do that.
For sure.
They do that all the time.
It's a return.
I guess they couldn't make sense of Bailey being on the team, so they just fuck it, we'll bring Rhea back.
We love Rhea over here. We love Rhea on this pod. That's
I don't like what she
Y'all
wearing.
love Rhea.
That's Darth Rhea right now.
I don't like what she wearing. I don't like.
That's undashing
look she
Rhea.
got. Oh, she just came in and said War Games and headbutted Liv Morgan. Okay,
Yep.
that was cute. And why y'all just let her live? Why you let her walk up to your face like that? You knew what she was about to do.
West
And
Philly
she got
AJ,
on
you
the-
always got some
Facebook.
wrestling
Oh
news.
my
What you got
gosh.
for us this week?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, let me mute myself. Thirsty for Liv Morgan.
Well, while he's thinking about
ahead.
wrestling news, let me finish talking about just randomness while I got you guys here for this hour. So yeah, Raw built up some superstars. Lyra Valkyria was able to cut a vignette. I'm trying to get a picture of her pulled up at the same time. And it was nice seeing Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai get a little vignette. And that was pretty nice. Trying to get a widescreen photo. She was like, I'm here, I'm gonna soar into the sky. I don't burn, I rise. I'm like, all right, Lyra, I see you.
Shout out to Lyra. Shout out to
my-
Lyra.
That's my little mid-card future champion.
Speaking of, a question for you guys. I think we asked this last week. Who would you want to be the first women's intercontinental champion? Because the Smackdown United States Women's Championship only has Smackdown women on it, so Raw gets their own title. Who would you want to win that mid card first?
Ivy now, and then she could lose it. She big dog, roof, roof, little bulldog.
Bulldog does not sound like that.
Are you sure they're gonna get an
That's
Intercontinental
how you know I'm
title?
not a dog guy.
Speaking of that, it's funny that Dashy say that. Because speaking of that, of titles, speaking of this weekend, a new title did get revealed. It's the hardcore title. Breaking news. And the first champion with the hardcore title is no other than Travis Scott.
I know.
Hey yo, Travis Scott. So we are getting the Travis Scott title match at the Intuitive Dome in LA. November,
I
not
ain't
November,
hear him
January
say nothing
6th.
about him getting a title match. Let's talk
Oh,
about
he
it.
defending it.
Let's talk
let's
about
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
when Triple H was announced, when Travis Scott was performing, when Triple H forgot his name, he had to like
Of
think
course,
about who he
Triple H
was.
forgot his
Triple H
name.
forgot who Travis Scott was. If you go back
Jesus.
to the video, I'm like, damn, this is some classic Hunter shit. He had a pause, so Travis Scott was doing a little dance because Triple H couldn't get his thoughts together. Things that Travis Scott in Intuitive Dome. So Travis replied saying, "Yeah, the honor, blase, blase. I'ma defend this." And then Triple H said, "Wait, it'll be at Intuitive Dome, January 6th in
All
LA."
right, let's go, Netflix. Get that hardcore championship back in action. I don't foresee it
What?
coming, but let's go. I want to pull up what the belt looks like. Give me a
It's
second.
kind.
Time out. Another thing too about this, I know I keep going back to this. First of all, shout out to Dash and Rhea Ripley. She
Hey
headbutted
yo,
this girl
chill.
with a broken orbital bone.
Whoop whoop. Yes,
Is
she
it really
did.
broken?
That's
I
War
thought you were
Games.
supposed.
Yeah, you can see the
I thought you were
scar.
supposed to protect. I don't get it, man. That was
You
crazy.
can see the scar
But
right on her right eyeball, or her right
now
eyeball
what?
area.
Now what match did she break her orbital bone?
It wasn't a match. Oh, you talking about when she
Yeah,
did it?
they
Storyline
said it
wise,
was.
she broke it in a jumping. She got jumped in NXT parking lot.
I can tell
Storyline
you, she
wise,
broke it when she headbutted Raquel a couple weeks ago,
mm.
a few weeks ago,
Come on,
in the
Rhea, you
ring.
gotta stop headbutting people.
That's what I'm
Raquel
saying.
head
She
is
came
bigger than
down to the
yours.
ring with the mask on for a broken orbital bone and headbutted Liv Morgan.
This is the
Like, what?
same woman who at SummerSlam it might have been. She had a dislocated shoulder. She don't care. She get busy.
Popped it back in,
She
right?
popped it
Hmm.
back in. Bow, bow.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did.
Pulled the
She had a
Henry Cavill
dislocated
and
shoulder,
reloaded them arms and was
popped it
like,
right
doom,
back in
doom,
twice.
doom,
I mean, she did
stupid.
it twice that match.
Yeah, that's why I did the little tick tick bow twice. But I'm saying, if you ever seen the Mission Impossible Fallout trailer, she pulled the Henry Cavill and cocked them arms back and say, wop, 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 mess them up, Rhea, wop, 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 wop. She gonna do her stuff. I told you, Rhea don't play.
Yeah, don't play. Neither does what's that girl name?
Oh,
Liv.
get that picture pulled up. I ain't got no live picture
Oh
ready.
no, Liv does play. Liv played too much. How you gonna run from this girl? You was talking all mad shit. And where the hell is Raquel? Raquel is the worst security ever. Damn.
She's a good wing woman.
Wing
That's
woman.
what that's what she's doing right now. So I don't know. She's terrible. She's terrible. Liv didn't need her,
Damn.
but she
They was
Liv
tag
did need
team
her though.
partners though. They was tag team partners. Keep that in mind.
They was,
That's
but
the
Liv is.
OG.
Oh,
That's the OG. We talking about Raquel, folks. I know I got a live picture pulled up, but they change the subjects too fast for me to keep up.
uh, Liv didn't need her because Liv already talking to Mike, but she no muscle though. It's like looking at Zelina, so she kind of. It's terrible. It don't make no sense.
Speaking of
Like we looking at.
Zelina needs a push like crazy. Thank God that they won on Raw. Zelina and Rey Mysterio won the mixed tag team match against Ivy Now Chad Gable, who Chad Gable had a nice push at the beginning of the year, but it then fell down hard. Now we need Zelina to get a push. Zelina Vega, I'm talking about. Zelina
I
Vega,
like Selena. She
LWO.
deserve a lot more. But
Yeah, LWO is
I
not
think
getting any kind of love, really.
that's my women's world mid card title. That was gonna be my pick, Selena Vega.
Zelina Vega, okay.
She's been underutilized, underappreciated for the longest time. Even back before when she had her world title match against Rhea at Backlash Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. She cried. She cried. Emotion was in that. Emotion.
Yeah,
What
because
do we really
she
want
got
to see
the ass beat
Zelina
in
though?
your home
For the mid
country.
card title, of course.
It's so much more people on that roster though.
Name one. Name one.
She on Raw, right?
Yeah.
Can't even name it.
I I had to remember. I had to listen. It's too much wrestling, bro. Too much.
So who you
I
naming?
can see. I can honestly see Lyra.
Lyra? Alright.
Like, yeah. Only reason
That's
why I
probably
say
the
that.
one.
Only reason I would say that because or EO because you know you're gonna make EO lose this belt. Well, lose this match coming up against Liv.
I wouldn't put Io in the mid after she won the world title.
I
You gotta get
wouldn't
a
either.
Dakota or Kyrie.
But we kind of said the same thing with Bianca going for the tag team title. So I can kind of see it, because it's a new title and they got to put that belt over a little bit. It got to be somebody who's creditable. You know what I'm saying?
So you thinking EO?
EO might be the best, but she can't talk. Lyra might got to be the next best option.
Hey,
Well,
that's the genius of the sky. Leave EO
by
alone.
that you should say Bailey should win the United States title now.
Bailey won
Oh, but you got
number
Naomi.
one,
You got
like the
Naomi.
tournament. Bailey won that match that she had
She
against
moves to the
whoever in the
next
tournament.
round, but she's not
Yeah,
in the finals yet.
I don't even think Bailey should have made it to the nah.
Yeah, what's her name? Not
Whoever.
B-Fab. Who was the other one in the match?
Oh
She
yeah,
should
she
have
shouldn't have
won.
beat B-Fab, or was it Maxine Dupree? It was somebody, some girl.
Mm-mm.
Clearly, obviously.
He
But either
said
way,
Maxine. Maxine not
B-Fab
even
should
on
have won,
SmackDown.
so you can give B-Fab a push, because now it's like, oh shoot, she not just a manager, she also a ring announcer, and she know how to wrestle. Living the dream.
Take
Irvin.
that, Samantha.
Irvin. I ain't even gonna say the first name. I said you already did it. You already did it.
Hey, also speaking of Samantha, I gotta give a shout out to Suplex, man. That nigga is more popping than I thought.
Oh, I'm not pulling up that picture because I ain't even gonna be able to figure it out. Let me see. Suplex.
Hey,
That man is more pop. I can tell you all, because I saw the video and I saw the videos, pictures he posted after. I was jealous. John Morrison,
Hold up.
Ricochet, and
I found it. I
Samantha,
found the TikTok. I'm just gonna turn
Bobby
the volume
Lashley,
down.
Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Business. MVP Shelton Benjamin was there. Swerve Strickland was there. Um, who else was there? It was a few other wrestlers. AJ Francis was there.
I pulled it
The
up
dude
for you.
Top Dollar.
The
Oh, you
suplex.
put it- I'm
That's
not even on
Samantha
Discord right
Irvin.
now.
Yeah. That's
Or
Ricochet. Ricochet all cool with his suit on. Everybody hating on Ricochet.
his wife, they just doing some goofy shit. It's just straight goofy shit from them
this
too.
Ricochet. She get it from Ricochet though, bro. She's
She
a
get
goofy
it from
dude.
Ricochet. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Ricochet and
He's a
Samantha.
goofy, bro.
He's a goofy. Did y'all
I'm
see what
sorry.
the
They
new
both goofy.
hardcore championship looked like? It doesn't use the winged eagle belt. It was using the logo belt. Did y'all
So
notice
what I
that?
look, yeah, I noticed they got the logo belt and just got the hardcore, like nostalgia purposes on it.
Little duct tape.
But the back of the belt, is it red or burgundy?
It looks
That's not.
burgundy red, like a Cactus Jack thing. You know that's Travis Scott little thing, Cactus Jack.
Also, the third girl in that match was Candice LeRae. She could have won.
Yeah,
I think he
Candice
called her
LeRae would have
Maxine
been better.
Dupree.
It would have been better.
Shame on you, Cypher.
Well, they both skinny, so
She would have fit the storyline she's in right now with
Better choice.
you
I
know.
like that.
Shout out to Bailey though.
Bailey, she's on my fantasy.
But no, how did y'all feel? Did B-Fab really do good? Because when I was watching it, I'm
Yes, she
like,
did.
she looked a little
Speak no
stiff.
ill will towards BFAB.
Now I was the people like
But
that's the type of shit I would have hated to see online because one, it's her first match on TV.
yeah,
Second,
well, technically second really,
no, it's her
because she
first
had
match, but it's her not her first time being physical.
yeah,
She punched.
she went to a table at WrestleMania. She went to a table,
Sure, but she didn't go have a match. That's what I'm saying. This is her first match, so
bro.
you
She went
gotta
to a
give her
table.
grace
That
on
was a
that
real
part.
match. Shorty went to a table. Her first spot was the table spot, which
You
is
gotta give BFAB grace for dealing with being right there. And it was a tournament. It was with Bailey and Candice, who are great. Or people say they're great in the ring. I'm not gonna say they're not, but
oh, Candace.
they're
Candace
good.
great. Bailey, Candace, she's good.
Bailey,
Candace is good.
yo, don't
I
do
was
that
there.
to the hugger. Bailey's a Grand Slam champion. Yo, what's up with this disrespect from the crowd today? From the
I fuck with
host.
Bailey.
And so is the Miz.
ADL Bailey. I fuck with her.
I don't know. AJ over here talking crazy like he don't like Bailey.
Nia Jax cooked her in that promo. BBL Bailey.
I'm also say LA Knight
Not gonna
is
Google that
not
one.
doing it for me as a champion no more.
I like LA Knight open challenge. Let's go.
And I like the swerve that they thought it was gonna be Santos Escobar, but he faced Berto instead. And Berto actually looked good. I didn't like how they both were wearing red trunks. That was a little confusing, but
Wait, what if I do?
one was white, so you could tell who was who.
Birthday had
But
an aggression out
after
there.
now, this is what I hate too about WWE. I like Shinsuke Nakamura. He came back and attacked LA Knight after his match, and pretty much he didn't say anything, but watch wrestling a long time. He's gonna be the next challenger for the title. Shinsuke needs to do better, man. They need to do better about Shinsuke. He was just in the world title picture. He lost twice and upset me and broke my heart. Now going after the U.S. Championship against LA Knight, if he loses, I'm riding for Shinsuke because that's they got to do better for my guy. He could be in Japan killing shit right now. He could be in AEW just there, but at least they'll
So,
give him something for a little bit.
He might be
WWE will
getting
forever
old and
hang on.
tired. He don't feel like doing that no more. So he just
but
chilling, riding off this big paycheck. You gotta think about that.
Shinsuke, Shinsuke is. I'm gonna tell you what Shinsuke is.
A
Shinsuke,
jobber.
he's a jobber, but
High
he's
paid
not your
jobber.
ty-
High paid jobber.
yeah he's not the typical jobber either. He's a jobber where he can fit in any storyline. Where it's like, bro, it makes no sense why Shinsuke's about to beef with LA Knight, the Cody Rhodes and them, but it's Shinsuke. He got to fight a certain aura where we just want to see him fight.
His
That's
theme
it.
music is popping.
He don't even talk, bro. He can't even talk. He don't even talk on the mic. He talking Japanese like it's an anime character. Come out here, dance do some extra stuff, whoop somebody ass, and
Drunken,
then
he just like a drunken
disappear.
monkey when he come out, drunken master, and I love it. So he does have a aura. He has a thing that's unique. So as we all know, we're gonna keep it real. Wrestling typically like a white German sport. So when you see this Japanese guy come out and you don't typically watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, you like, bet I'm seeing something different. Because if you only watch WWE and nothing else, you don't really get a chance to see a lot of Japanese stars besides Io Sky, Asuka, if I'm saying her name right, no disrespect, and then Shinsuke Nakamura, Kairi Sane be there too, and that's all I can think of on the main roster.
It's funny, it's crazy that you said that. Asuka got an aura. Well, old
She got
Asuka.
the mask
Shinsuke
and she
always,
spit out the green stuff. Bet yeah,
yeah. Shinsuke got an
Put out the
aura
green
off
stuff.
of the
the
theme
green
song and in
mist,
the
I
ring.
think it's called.
And Io just phenomenal. Io and Shinsuke is probably one of the best Japanese wrestlers I've ever seen.
And Io is definitely the best because when I first was introduced to her that's when I was only watching PLEs when I started rewatching wrestling in 2023. Io was doing war games and she jumped off the top of the cage with a trash can on her head on all them ladies and I was like, let's go. This that Jeff Hardy stuff I need to see.
Oh
And
man.
I was like, this is why in this new modern wrestling or the Paul Levesque era of wrestling, this is before they officially called it that, is like I like women's wrestling more than I like the men's wrestling. For the men's, I like their storyline, but they tired and they always getting gassed. So I like watching the women's wrestling because they be doing flippy dippy stuff. Actually, scratch that, men's singles. But when it comes to men's triple threats or multi-man or tags, that's when it gets popping because they not as exhausted. But men's single matches be so boring to me unless it's a gimmick match.
Oh, so you
Unless it's
don't like
Carmelo
your men's
Hayes and
singles?
Andrade. So you don't like Andrade and Melo?
Man,
How
diddy
about
diddy.
Andrade or Carmelo?
Well,
You don't
they
like
do
Andrade
flippy
or
dippy
Melo?
stuff. They do flippy dippy stuff. They not
LA
tired
Knight
yet.
don't.
LA Knight
LA
does
Knight
not, but
did.
LA Knight at least jump off the rope with his elbow, so he got something going for him.
Jump off. At least he jump
He
off the
can't
rope with his
flip. No,
elbow.
and if I was him, I wouldn't flip either. I mean, if I'm me, I'm not flipping.
Too
I'm coming
old
off the
and big
rope.
to be flipping.
I'm doing what Carmelo
Hey,
do. I'm not Spanish flying. That's Andrade. So if you fight Andrade, you gotta flip. But if I'm Carmelo, I'm just doing the nothing but net and coming down with my leg. That's a leg drop.
Cypher already know this. I'm flipping off of ladders. I'm flipping on the tables. I'm flipping to
As long
anywhere
as
I
it's
can. I'm
restricted,
doing.
bro.
I'm jumping off of something, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I
I'm
feel that.
jumping. I want to be that. I watch too much Jeff Hardy to not be a high flyer. You feel me?
Speaking of all that, how did you actually feel about what happened to Roman Reigns and when Solo came down? Got on his like, oh Roman, come down here. It was no talking. Roman came down, straight brawl out here. Straight brawl. I thought Bloodline was taking over. Next thing you know, I see Roman getting his ass beat like a little nut. And why they keep
Yep.
protecting like that? Like, damn, let Roman and Jacob get their one in. I'm tired of that shit. Let the feud cook up now. We tired of this little bit on Triple H.
I would say
Well,
they're doing Roman's character dirty. Roman was, I guess, Vegeta, you could say, or Thanos, and they're making Thanos look weak. They're doing the same thing with Gunther on this episode of Raw and the last episode of Raw, so I'm not really feeling it right now, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what comes up, what's happening, because he just feels so weak character-wise. Like, I know he lost his tribe and all that, but he got his tribe back, but he's taking a lot of beat downs. But it is in, so this one's not as bad because it's in service of making the new bloodline look good. At least with the Gunther thing, I think it's bad because I don't know if Damian Priest needs to rub like that. because Damian Priest is over there flinching Gunther out like, shut up. Gunther like, but wait.
Now that was gonna be my same point about Shinsuke. It'd be cool if he was a credible threat, but he's not. After the whole Cody thing last year and then the Seth thing last year, is like it's not
So
doing anything for him. It's for these other people. And when he keeps getting into these, he's great in the promos. He makes you like, oh shit, this guy is a badass. This guy is evil anime character. I want to
Yeah,
see what he could do. Then he
yeah.
gets in there, and he loses.
Don't think about
So
that
it's
so I
too.
like,
could
all right, I
You
don't want
see
thinking
to see
about
that
it too
again
much.
against
You
LA
thinking
Knight.
about it too much. Don't think about
I
it that
can see
much.
this. I can see LA Knight losing right now. Like not cause LA Knight's over. Just to have okay, he lost. To give him like a little like a real feud, a singles feud, not an open challenge. Okay, Shinsuke here. Now you got a real competitor. Not you jumped in somebody else's feud just to keep your belt alive. You got Shinsuke now, somebody who hungry, who ready. You might lose this match, but you got to get your belt back. Like Cypher said, I'm okay with not having a long title reign, as long as it makes sense. I'm with Shinsuke winning.
I am too. It makes him a credible
I am
threat,
too.
and then you get to see LA Knight go for the chase again. Baby faces typically make for better chases than they do for long extended title reigns.
I agree. Well, I kind of agree.
Well, I
I
guess
hate that sentiment, but
most baby faces go healed a little bit. Like Cody's turning heel-ish right now. He's showing a little tactics.
I don't think he
As you,
at all, but I do think that if I'm Kevin, if like in kayfabe, Cody's not a, or sorry, outside of kayfabe, Cody's not a heel, but in kayfabe, he is a bad guy because he shouldn't have teamed up with Roman. Like that's literally your oppa, your opsy wopsies, and you teamed up with this man. I'm on Kevin Owens' side and Randy's side because Randy keep looking at that belt, folks. I ain't got a picture pulled up, but let me tell you something. Randy ever since he came back with his back injury. Randy been staring at that belt for a long time. He would talk to Cody Rhodes, and then like you know how you stare at a girl chest. Not that I do that. He would stare at that belt like, huh? What'd you say? Your eyes up where? Where your eyes at? Sorry, I was looking at that. I was looking at that belt. I was looking
and
at that
that yacht,
championship. And trying to pull
looking
a
at
picture
that
of Randy.
yacht, that
I don't
shiny
think
he's
I'm
little
gonna
called
be able
the
to
yacht.
find
Viper
him.
for a reason, though.
Yeah,
He's called the Viper for a reason. And the thing is, I feel like Cody might win because that's your mentor. Like, hold on, you might got to get checked a little bit because you think you big and bad, and Roy might not like that. He fighting his battle for him, which is
Excuse me,
kind of
5-star fam. I gotta excuse myself for just a minute. I'll be right back.
no problem. I got a picture pulled up
about.
of Randy staring at that belt, and it is amazing. Cody's talking to him, giving this man Randy Orton eye contact, and Randy is not even looking up. He's looking right at the title, like, huh? What you say? I ain't paying you no mind, bro. I see that gold.
He's hungry.
He
He
hungry.
hungry.
That heel turn is
Listen,
going to be amazing.
listen. Cody Rhodes forgot to feed his dog. That's it. When you forget to feed your dog get hungry. Then you team up with the ops, and you know KO don't got no friends besides Sami Zayn, as Triple H, Papa H said. KO a loose cannon. He a ticking time bomb pretty much. You ain't want that smoke. He just put your homie on the shelf. Kayfabe wise. Like, I don't like the angle that they having Cody to do. I feel like KO need to win this belt.
Why you don't
Cody
like?
gotta lose it.
Why you don't like the angle?
Because then how you kind of include Nick Aldis into it, like, yeah, you used to be a wrestler during that promo, so you know where I'm coming from. But
Wait,
I
I'm
still see
confused.
no
When
reason.
did they include Nick Aldis? Nick Aldis don't take no bumps. Aldis takes no bumps. Only Adam Pearce
No,
take
he
bumps.
didn't. No, Adam Pearce took the bump. Nick Aldis was out there said talking about how Cody want to fight KO or whatever. He said, you know how I feel. I used to be a wrestler, saying that to Nick Aldis.
Oh, I must
I'm
didn't hear that
like,
part then.
I'm like, where are the repercussions at of Randy Orton, RKO, and Adam Pearce? We just skipping over that whole entire thing. I
Yep.
feel like it got to be. I feel like we got to be some type of consequences in that whole story, the whole plot hole in this.
That is a
Well,
plot hole.
if you remember, he did give what was his name, Nick Aldis, double the pay when he RKO'd him, and he asked what was this for. Randy said for the next time. So maybe Nick Aldis cash apped Adam Pierce the fine
Cash
money.
App Adam Pearce. Cash that Adam
Venmo
Pierce.
or something. He sent them the bread like, yo, this is for Randy for last time.
I like your thought. I like your thought, Dashy.
See, that's
You
good
feel me?
headcanon work right there. I appreciate that.
You
Fix
feel-
those plot holes.
well, yeah.
This is why WWE, you need to hire some writers. We
Hire
got you.
me.
You need some young talent.
Fuck some
He like
writers.
make
Hire
all
me.
look like I just cashed after you. Orton debt is paid.
Another reason why they should hire me, I'm gonna put all the black wrestlers at the top. I don't give a damn. Cedric Alexander get called right back up.
Woo
He
woo.
gonna get the Intercontinental
Chill.
from Braun Breaker.
He the only person I thought who was better than Carmelo Hayes because he liked that, but Carmelo is a lot taller. Cedric is too small. He like
And
young
he a
guys.
lighter, Carmelo lighter skinned, so it's a lot easier for him to be accepted.
Oh, we
Chill. We
going
got
brown
chill.
paper
Wait
bag
a minute.
colorism test.
Oh no,
Okay. Did
we
this
ain't
just
doing that.
turn into talking in teacups? Look at you guys.
We ain't doing
I mean,
that
listen,
because
man, you gotta stay woke.
Serious
we got a trick
topics
out
with
here.
Hey.
not so serious people.
we got trick.
These
Yo,
these Trumpists think that the wokeness is dying now that he getting back in office. I mean,
hey yo.
it ain't always dead. They may have won the battle, but the woke niggas gonna win the war because you gotta stay woke. Yeah, I see how
That's
these
our
people
trick.
doing it.
Hey, that's why we got Trick Williams in front of the front runner CW and NXT, man. Let's go
Trick
Trick.
Williams is a true black king. He whooped the white man's ass. That's what we need.
Whoa.
Dashy.
You going too
Dashy.
political now. You going too
Dashy.
political.
I mean, listen, man.
As Jordan
He
would
got a
say,
very
hey,
punchable face.
Republicans
I'm glad
buy
somebody
my
did.
shoes too. So you can't say that. Republicans buy my shoes too. I was watching a ZV video and it was talking about how Michael Jordan didn't want to stand up for this governor in Georgia or whatever state Michael Jordan plays in, Charlotte, Carolina. Y'all know sports better than I do.
Yeah.
And
No,
so it was two people running, and one was a black guy, one was a white guy who was like very anti-black, basically. And everybody was like, "All right, Michael Jordan, you know, you big right now. It's the '90s, so ain't you gonna say something and endorse this new guy?" Michael Jordan was like, "I'm not gonna say nothing." And then when they asked him about it, he jokingly said, "You know, Republicans buy my sneakers too." It was like, damn,
It's
he's
true, though.
notorious about his money.
and this is
I'm
why
talking
you
about
can't
Michael
get
Jordan.
too big because you can't you can't please everybody. So if you say, "Yo, this is wrong," the people that support that dude gonna be like, "Well, F you then," because people in America are stupid. Let's not discount that. America is stupid, and people feel
So,
like
question.
are too emotionally driven
So, how do you feel about John Jones winning, celebrating, doing the
and playing
Trump
that
dance,
Trump.
and giving him the belt? I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, John Jones, I get it. That's Dana White homie. You getting paid big bucks.
That's
You got to
different.
be cordial. But
That's
Why
different.
did he? Why did he do that?
Hell, he's the front runner
He's a
UFC
Trump
champion.
supporter.
Oh,
Yeah.
John Jones is a Trump
Yeah.
supporter.
Yeah, but his
Yeah.
Trump best friend is Dana White. Dana White owns TKO and UFC. Who
You know,
also
he owns UFC and
no,
UFC is
he
owned
owns
by TKO.
UFC. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, same thing.
But let me tell you. Let me answer your question. I don't like that because Trump galvanizes all the racists, and I can't call himself a racist, but he says and does a lot of racist things, and as a minority, even if it is not being racist towards me, he's just being racist towards Hispanics, whatever. That same gun can be turned to me. So anytime I see a black Trump supporter, I'm just like, why do you hate yourself so much? Even if the guy's politics and all that align with yours, it's still at the end of the day, the nigga don't
Well,
like
John
him.
Jones'
And the
head is
people that
messed up
like
too,
him
though.
don't like you. It's just
John
so
Jones' head
50.
messed up though. So
50 Cent's head is not. What's his
no,
excuse?
but John Jones get punched in the head for the last 16 years. At 38 years old,
Kanye
he ain't
West
thinking
said
straight.
George Bush don't care about black people. It's just to turn around and vote for a nigga that don't care about anybody
Hey
but white
yo,
people. So what is his excuse?
hey yo,
Y'all move.
and
I can't
old
keep up with these
hold on,
photos.
and wrestling turn, attitude era. Vince McMahon would have wrote a lot of segment this way how today the days go. And y'all would have
I'm
been
not
like,
even
oh
gonna, I
snap.
forgot. A long time ago when Trump was first running, this is back in like 2015. It was somebody in the performance center. They was doing a house show in NXT before they got. I think it might have been Velveteen Dream. It was somebody black, but dude had on
Velveteen
a.
Dream.
He had a. I don't know if it was him, but it was somebody black. I'm just assuming it was him. I saw the picture. He had a Trump shirt on.
Probably was
I
Swerve.
don't know if that was his gimmick or if he just wore
Why
it.
would it be Swerve? Just continue. Sorry, don't answer that
It
question.
might have. I mean, listen, it might have been Swerve. It was back in 2015. It was a black guy. I remember seeing a black guy on top of the ropes posing with the MAGA shirt on. And I'm like, oh, this was Vince doing. Felicia's doing. Ain't no way. Or maybe that guy actually was a Trump supporter. I don't fucking know. But it's so stupid. Black Trump supporters and Hispanic Trump supporters are even more dumb because he's the one trying to deport y'all. He's trying to get y'all out of here.
We
So I don't
next.
know. We
We
ain't gonna turn
next.
into politics. It's about wrestling. Let's get back to the wrestles.
Well, let's talk Velveteen Dream. What do you guys think he's up to lately? Y'all miss him?
I seen I seen like one match of his, and he like a Monse to me, just a much better
Like,
wrestler.
I'm full. I
Oh,
like
what's his name?
I missed the
No,
era that he was in NXT. I wasn't watching at that time, but I did go back and look at his promos and everything he was doing back then. He was killing it. He was nice. So I can't say I miss him, but after watching his interview and doing a little bit more research on my part, they never found anything substantial towards the claims. So I think that's another case of I don't know if he's guilty or not, but I'm not the type of person to convict someone of something that we can't prove they did. So
for the people that don't know, Dashy, can you elaborate
yeah.
what my Velveteen Dream
So
right there?
back I think it was like 2020, 2019, he got caught allegedly. Someone sent screenshots to WWE about inappropriate messages to a minor from Velveteen Dream. He denied it vehemently. WWE said they did their own investigations and they didn't find anything, but the backlash was so loud that they had to fire him. So again,
That
that's
sound
that's
like
another.
Jonathan Majors, not the sending the pictures part, but
Oh,
backlash.
speaking of Jonathan Majors,
Backlash.
congratulations to him and making good. They are engaged now. I'm a little jealous, but it's all good. He
He
got my
got
wife.
Megan.
Have her.
Somebody said, it's this YouTuber. He said that's a sham wedding, and that was just like, it's just for PR to make it so that
People are
he
hating.
could
They
work
said
his
that when they first got together.
he could work on his comeback. Yeah,
I believed it when they first got together because it was the timing. But with the story of Shorty, mind you, remember Cypher was talking about this. Um, he was allegedly texting some girl, which made his girl go off. That girl might have been making good. I don't know, man. At this point, they getting married. I'm not paying that much attention to this couple. I'm just mad that he got her, but it is what it is. If I stuck with my acting shit, making good would not be going nowhere. What you talking about? Stuck in the house. No more movies for you, ma. Sit your ass down.
but back to
You ain't gonna hug
Velveteen
Michael
Dream.
Eagle
You
like
said
that, right?
WWE had to fold under the backlash and release Velveteen Dream. What else happened? Or
Yeah,
was that
pretty
it?
much. That was pretty much it. They fired him without really saying anything. Years go by. He does this interview with Chris Van Vliet, where he pretty much is like, "Yeah, nobody's found anything on me. This person never made any more what's the word I'm looking for? Allegations or anything." So he was pretty much just trying to build his way back up into wrestling. And I'm of the mind of give the dude a second shot. If there was nothing found, if he really isn't like that, and there's no substantial evidence to prove that he is, give the guy another shot.
I think I
Now
just
again,
saw a
America
news
is so
story where
stupid.
Mark Henry says it's time for Velveteen Dream to get a second chance. So Mark Henry's
It
all
is.
about second chances,
But
including for
America's so
Vince.
stupid and
They gave Brock Lesnar a second
emotionally
chance.
driven. Yeah, he's not because America's dumb and they're too driven by emotions to actually put in some common sense work to say, okay, if this guy hasn't been arrested, maybe he didn't freaking do what they said he did. Or I ain't just arrested because you can't even go for that. If there hasn't been any more evidence brought to light.
Well,
So
speaking of
it's
common
one thing
sense,
if they put
Dashy.
more stuff out, then I'll be like,
Well,
all right, this guy got to go.
speaking of common sense, Dashy. Do you think it really makes sense for Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed to really be in this War Games match
We
whatsoever?
talked about this before you got on. I said, hell no, it don't make sense. And I would rather Paul, when Paul Heyman comes back, he brings back Brock Lesnar. That I would prefer
But
Brock Lesnar to
would
come
that
back.
make sense? But would that even make sense though?
It would, because Brock has been gone for over a year. Him and Paul still could be, close and connected like that. Paul says, "Yo, I know you have this new bloodline
And not
problem.
CM
They
Punk?
took me out. So here's somebody I think can help."
And not CM Punk? Because think about this. Solo antagonized CM Punk with Cody Rhodes and them. They didn't even touch him. Everybody put CM Punk is off limits. But if
I like.
Punk come in
I'm not
there,
that.
then you got Drew McIntyre coming back. That's what you know when Drew don't like Jay. or the bloodline.
Well,
It would,
Drew and CM Punk
but
are done with each other. I hope they don't interact
they
again.
ain't done. After you gave me 16 staples, we ain't done.
They done. They had 3
We
matches and they had the
I know,
tiebreaker was the last one, so that's done.
I
I don't
know,
want
they
to see that
ain't done.
storyline no more.
Look, mind you, we ain't done. I need the best of 7, like Carmelo Hayes, without interruption.
Mhm. A whole PLE has passed by. That storyline's done
I
and over
know
with. But
it
I will
did,
say
cause
that
the fact that they
I
injured, they
do
old.
I do like the CM Punk idea. However, you can tell a story of forgiveness with CM Punk and Brock Lesnar before you could tell a story of okay, I'll work with you or I'll forgive you with CM Punk because CM Punk is old and petty. Brock Lesnar
You
just
think
want to
that's
check.
you think that's
So
gonna happen?
you
Seeing Punk versus Brock and the fantasy booking, Punk versus Brock again.
who? No, I
Seeing
would not
Punk
want to see
versus
that.
Brock.
The Punk is old. I want Punk to do things that he can't do that he hasn't done before, like face a Seth
He just went
Rollins
through
or
hell. He just went through hell with Drew.
that's cool. You don't
CM
gotta go
Punk
through war
versus
games.
Gunther. Let's make it happen. Them promos gonna be on point.
I don't want to see that. I feel like Gunther going to kill Punk. It's
Gunther
like
gonna kill
Punk,
Punk in the ring, but CM Punk is going to murder this
bro.
man on the mic.
Gunther is Ivan Drago in the ring.
That's what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying. It's gonna be so
Did you
amazing
see
watching
Cody
CM Punk
Rhodes'
get his
chest?
ass whipped, even though he been killing them in promos week after week after week.
No, I don't
Y'all
want to see
forgetting
an
who the hell
old
Phil
man.
Brooks is. I need y'all to put respect on that man's name.
On
No, hear me
Gunther?
out. Hear me out on this
On
one.
whose name?
That's that Phil Brooks.
Oh, in the
Phil
ring? No, in
Brooks.
the ring he's toast. Did you not just see
Phil,
Tyson get gassed in that fight? Well, maybe
bro.
allegedly. He
Phil Brooks
probably
is about
probably
to
held back.
check.
Still Phil Brooks now.
Phil Brooks is about to check against Drew McIntyre. Drew stood up in that ring still tall, gushing blood with his skull busted wide
Phil
open.
won. He stood his own. He stood his ground and he
And
won.
he
Two
was
matches.
fainting, walking out the ring.
That's
I think
kayfabe.
Cody. No, he was about to die. That man was
That's
about to
kayfabe.
check.
That was just to sell how brutal the match was. CM Punk is walking out of that Gunther match. I don't care how much of a general of the ring he is.
CM Punk's body is gonna be broken down. He gonna be like, bro, why these chops hurt so much? Why did I
Yeah.
just get hit with
Yep.
all 20 finishing moves in the span of 30 seconds? As Gunther would do.
My man
CM
had
Punk
his
is like,
he
bro,
had his super finisher ready.
like, come on, Punk is gonna be down and out. That Cody Rhodes almost couldn't make it out of there. So he had to win by that. Like, bro, Cody chest was done.
I
Yeah.
think
Punk,
CM Punk taps. CM Punk passes out or CM Punk taps. One of the two.
he
But
ain't getting no pin,
we
but
going choke.
he
We
gonna
going
be dealt.
chokehold.
He
We
gonna be
going
dealt
chokehold.
for. He gonna be done.
I can see the pass out. I'd rather him pass out.
Pass out would be cool. It'd be badass if they do it right. You got to make him bleed and pass out. Didn't Stone Cold bleed and pass out against Bret Hart? Was that not a thing?
Yeah,
Pass out. Yep. Hmm.
But he was also bleeding while he did it too. So
yeah,
it was like, yeah,
yeah.
double
Yeah.
did.
Hmm.
Did a little badass John. Real fast before because it's 5 minutes left. What do you guys think now that WWE 2K24 has released all of its DLC? What do you guys think of the rest of the game this year?
Oh shit, all of them is out.
All the DLC is out.
Yeah. Yeah. The WCW came
WCW
out.
thing just came out. Yep.
I was getting ass. What's funny is I've been playing it a lot
It's
more recently. I need to get into. I don't know why the Bray Wyatt one isn't
oh,
free for me, but whatever, man.
funny. Speaking as you said that a cipher. This is a topic that you brought up that game. Who do you want? Well, who do you think who's
I got
wrestling
step
right
away.
now? Who's going to be in the new game? Who's not going to be DLC? So we
Naomi.
know Mortimer City. So like this, we know Mortimer City Scene Guns is going to be DLC. You know they tag team champions, and you know the cutoff is Royal Rumble, which they got to February 1st. So who's the
Naomi's gonna
DLC?
be in
Who's
the
not?
game. Yeah, Naomi's gonna be in the game. She's not in 24. She's going to be in 23.
So who's going to be DLC besides Mortimer City Scene Guns and
Jakara
Julia?
Jackson and the other one, Jakara Jackson and
Lash.
Lash Legend.
How about so is Obafemi DLC or is he gonna be in the game?
Wait, Obafemi's not already in the game? I could have swore he'd been on the roster.
No, but he's a champion, so that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he was champion for a majority of this year, so no, he's in the game. He's not DLC.
But they do that with a lot of people down in NXT though.
That's why I was like Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. So that's
Yeah, they
some
should
as
definitely
well.
be in the game. You think Javon Evans gonna be in there?
Wait, you think Lash Legend and Jakara
No,
Jackson
Javon
will
going.
definitely be in the game? I don't know what they was doing in
They
NXT.
should.
I only know about their main roster stuff.
They've been in NXT for most of the year,
Oh, okay.
and they Metaphor and all that. Noam Dar is already in the game. He's been in the past 2 games, so they should be in the game too.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe
I
not
just
Aura
realized it's
Mensa. He probably will
2K23.
miss the cut because they don't get everyone in NXT. But definitely,
I got Javon DLC.
I think that would be so stupid. He came after Stand and Deliver, but I think that would be so stupid.
Oh yeah,
But he
he
did.
looked too green. He ain't ready for that scan yet. He ain't ready for the facial scans. Them cameras are bright. They scary.
So my thing is, if Joe Hendry come in the Royal Rumble, as a people saying Joe Hendry or Jordan Grace, their contract allegedly might be up. More so Jordan Grace.
Both of those
Are
two
they
are
going to be in
not
the
going to
game?
be in the game. They might be DLC if they
So,
can get a contract, but they're not going to be base game players at all.
so what
Zero
about
chance.
Stephanie Valter and
DLC.
Julia?
No,
DLC.
yeah,
Okay,
DLC for sure.
early
If they even
DLC.
make that cut.
Wait,
But
you
I'm saying
saying
like
Royal
early
Rumble
DLC.
of 2025 is the cutoff? Oh, gotta be Royal Rumble of last year because the game come out in the beginning of 2025. Yeah, so no,
This
they're
Oh,
year,
definitely
unless
not in the
you're
game. They're
this year,
DLC.
this year,
unless you're CM Punk is
this year.
before Survivor Series.
The scan is what Survivor Series was the scan or the cutoff is Royal Rumble
No,
for the
before
scan.
Survivor Series. Because again, unless you're CM Punk made it because he was in high demand. Everyone else
Okay,
that
okay.
came around that time, not in the game.
Oh yeah. That's you right. That's you right. You're right. Yeah, that's what it was.
All I
I
want to see
forgot.
is more customization in GM mode. I want to have the ability to change. Like, I want to download AEW as an event or a show, whatever they call it, and then use that in my GM mode. And also change the title belts that I want to use. Like, say I want to pretend I'm doing a retro Smackdown and I want to use the Undisputed Championship. I need GM
Then you
mode and
getting rid of
Universe
universe.
mode to merge together, or to, well, I don't want them to. I don't want them to be too. I don't want them to merge because then I'm gonna lose cutscenes. Because if you do GM mode, you don't get cutscenes because you're just constantly
No,
simming,
what they need to do
skipping.
is add cutscenes in universe mode. They done stripped it down to a bare bones type style. You can't even go back and look at old match cards. You can't look at um you can look at the lineage and championships, but it's
Yeah, I
just
need them
all
to focus on adding stuff,
basic.
not taking away and merging. Just add
Exactly.
stuff. Add. ADD.
Like I'm looking at universe now. It's just you can't even
Oh
do
shoot.
cash ins.
We got money. We got 1 minute left. All right, Dashi, where can the good folks find you at, sir?
Under a damn rock until I get my shit together. But I heard Dash anywhere.
Any new music out?
Nah, man, not yet. I'm working though. I'm working.
All right, West Philly AJ. What about you? What projects do you got out, and where can we find you?
You can find me playing Sparkling Zero at West Philly AJ on any platform.
All right, folks. Make sure you hit that like button, put it in a tap out mode, and make that subscribe button chokehold itself. I said it wrong. Splash.